Hi, welcome back. We just saw how probability can be represented in a table. Now we will learn another form of representation. Consider the following simple expression. Okay, the function f, which takes input x, y, and z, is equal to 2x plus y square plus z cubed. Let's evaluate this function at x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0, and z is equal to 2 as written here. So at this point we can easily find out that its function has a value 10. So in a functional representation or the formula representation, by substituting different values for the input, we can compute the output of the function. Okay, can we think of probability table that we just saw as a function? Yes, and it's very straightforward to do so. Just like we evaluated the function at certain input values of x, y, z, we can think each row as mapping the input to the output. Here the input are the three variables a, b, and c. So just think of it as a function. Okay, value of p when a is false, b is low, and c is true is 0.09 as indicated by the second row. Okay, so yes, so we can think of the table as a function. But can we build a table from an elegant expression? Okay, so let's see how to do that. Consider this scoring function, which is a function of small a, b, and c. Okay, so here small a represents a particular value for the variable in column a. Similarly, b and c represent a particular value of columns b and c. Okay, so to substitute these values into the formula, we first of all have convert the entries in these columns into numbers. Let's say false is represented by 0 in both a and c. Here false is represented by 0 and true is represented by 1. Okay, what about the traffic variable b? Here let represent low by 0, medium by 1, and high by 2. So if you substitute these values into this scoring expression, okay, like in the column in the row 1, so a is 0, b is 0, and c is also 0. Then if you substitute and into this scoring function, then we get the value 4. Okay, so on. So I have listed the values for each case. Let's compare the first and second rows. Okay, first and second rows. Here both correspond to the context when a is 0 and b is 0. That is, the employee left the office on time the previous day, and on that day traffic is really low. So we would expect that employee reaches the office on time. Okay, so what is the score given here? So the score given for employee reaching on time is 4. The score for employee becoming late is 1. Okay, similarly, if we check 11 and 12, we can see that when the traffic is high and the employee left the office very late in the previous day, the chances of coming on time is very low, it's 1, and chances becoming late is 4. This is very logical. Okay, so this scoring function is very logical. So let's convert this into probability, just like we normalize the frequencies to probability earlier. We can convert the scores also just by dividing it by sum of the scores. So if we compute sum of the scores, it is 30. Hence we will divide the score function by this value 30 in the denominator and obtain the probability function. So I have populated the table here. but the whole table can be elegantly represented by just by this formula, and you don't need to remember each and every row there. Okay, so in articles, this probability equation can be represented by in a different way. So we can say that P of A is equal to A, B is equal to B, C is equal to C, to represent one row of the table, or the whole table will represent can be addressed as P of A, B, C. Sometimes in algebraic expressions, it may even be denoted as small p of A, B, C. Let's once again recall the two forms of representations we learned. In the tabular form, the columns are represented in joint variables. Each row maps a particular configuration of variables to a probability value. Probability values must be greater than or equal to 0, and when you add when we add all those probability values, it should be 1. Formula represents the whole table through an algebraic expression. Given a positive scoring function, we can sum it up over all the variables and normalize by that sum to obtain the probability expression for a probability distribution, just like we illustrated now. One point to be noted here is that we may not be able to find elegant expressions for all the tables. Okay, but there are many probability distributions expressed as a formula which are used in real applications.